Hello everybody and welcome to another video. I've been making a lot lately, but I decided I'd do another one. This one's going to be kind of on my apartment here. I moved in here about a month and a half ago. I'm still living in Burlington, Vermont, getting my computer networking and information security degree at Champlain College. This place is pretty nice. I'm liking it, so I thought I'd do a video. Somebody recommended it, so I think it might be an especially good idea. So to start off, I already mentioned that it's in Burlington, Vermont, and it's a nice town, good amount of city life to it. There's a lot of cool places to walk to that are only 10, 15 minutes away. So I'm enjoying it, but this is going to be mostly about the technology and my kind of setup. So to start off, this is the common area. Down there is my roommate's room. I'm not going to go in there now because he's in there. And my room's over there, but I'll just give a quick showing to the kitchen right now. So, pretty standard stuff in here. You got basically just like the microwave and nice table set that was only like $40 or something, but really not much in here. I'm sorry. Kind of just standard stuff. I'll just do a little bit of a showing around because I know you guys are curious like this. Just because it's not tech doesn't mean it's not at all interesting. This is the room of my housemate who hasn't moved in yet. That smaller mattress on top is mine. I need to bring that home to my parents' house and get rid of it. But he's gonna be moving in about a month, I think. So that'll be pretty cool. I know him. He's a nice guy. So coming back over here, we got this area. So this is my TV I got a few years back. It was $900. It's 1080p, 55-inch. It's been serving me well. I just had it set up. I bought these two tables, actually these three tables, last year from my other apartment about a year ago, and I just brought them here. So they're pretty nice. I got an Xbox right down there, 360 of course. I haven't bought an Xbox One because I just don't really want one. PS2 and stuff, and we don't use this a whole lot because it gets kind of hot in here. I usually hang out in my room and suck up the AC a little bit. But yeah, roommate's Xbox and stuff right there. We got a Wi-Fi printer. The Wi-Fi is horrible, which I'll explain in a minute, so we don't use it much, but yeah. And so this setup over here, I'll get into this later, but basically what I got going on is a couple of routers, because one of them's not very good. I kind of complement the other. Let me say that again. Because that one's not very good, I use that one to fill in the gaps of that one's poor performance. And I got my NAS and a couple of Raspberry Pis for certain purposes, so I'll get back to that. Just the bathroom. I'm not showing you the bathroom. There's really no purpose. So in here is the bedroom. Nice big comfy bed and my computer setup. In my previous apartment, I can't really remember if I made any videos in my previous apartment, but I was living with a couple people, and one of them was my roommate from freshman year, and he's a cool guy and all, but the other guy I didn't know so well, and it was kind of awkward because I had my computer set up like that with the same exact table and a couple monitors out in like the common space because the room was so small, and I had to be the one to share the room with my friends, so it was just kind of odd, just sitting at my desk when people are like walking in and out of the kitchen and stuff behind me. But here it's a lot nicer. Sorry. Because we got a little bit more personal space. Not that it really matters that much because everyone I'm living with is kind of my friend anyway, so it's cool. So my 2012 gaming PC has been treating me pretty nicely. I haven't upgraded it in a while because there's really just no need, I'll get to that in a second. And I got this TV about a couple years back. It's a 1080p, 39-inch, not a smart TV, because I didn't really want one. I got a Chromecast plugged into the back, and it's pretty great for just watching YouTube and Netflix and stuff from my phone. This is my girlfriend's laptop. She has a Toshiba that's broken right now. Toshiba's had it in repair for over a month, which is pretty ridiculous. They're sending her a replacement soon, but she's been using this one for the past few weeks to just do her summer coursework and everything on. I hooked up this old Lenovo monitor too. I just have dual monitors because doing work and stuff on one little monitor is kind of lame. So that's that. Really the most notable things in here are that in my computer, so I'll just go ahead and skip to that right now. Got an AC, of course, thankfully. It's not super hot up here in Vermont, but it gets to, the 90s Fahrenheit, so it gets pretty icky sometimes and humid because we're right near a lake. Speaking of which, we got a pretty good view. It's dark as you can't see much right now, but Kind of see the sun setting down there a little bit over the mountains in New York, about probably 15 or 20 miles away. If you look closely enough, you probably can't see it with the camera though. That's me. So my desktop, I'll go a little bit into this. It's been, basically same old, same old. I haven't upgraded it. I've been really tempted to buy more memory for it because it's $60 for another 16 gigs of memory, but I just don't need it. So I'm not getting any. I'm so tempted to buy a new SSD, especially in work. We're buying SSDs left and right. We spent $700 on SSDs the other day to do a 1 terabyte RAID 1 in a machine. And we bought 2 more like the day before, like 2 500s for somebody else's machine. And I'm just basically tossing Samsung 850 EVOs all over the place. So my home setup, I have to really resist the urge to splurge and spend a lot of money on stuff like that, but I am. Right now I have an Ubuntu VM for a little bit of web development work, because I took a class last semester on basically web systems and security, it was called. It's basically on PHP and stuff, but I didn't learn a whole lot, so I'm kind of trying to fill in the gaps and teach myself the rest. So I'm making kind of like a little basic website. It's for it's a certain non-disclosed purpose. It's for a family, not family friend, but my girlfriend's dad has a potential business idea, so I'm kind of learning and developing that at the same time. And I'm using the VM just as like a test LAMP server, something I can kind of just develop on, and if I screw up the SQL database or something, I can just revert to a snapshot and copy up my code before I do that, of course. So other little things, I got some little laptop hard drive sitting around, pulling data off of, putting on my NAS, trying to consolidate all that. Speaking of my NAS, I used to have 4 hard drives in it. I bought 2 4 terabytes for it. One I bought probably a year and a half ago. The other one I bought a few weeks ago. And they've been working nicely. It's in a RAID 1, but I also have these 2 1 terabyte old drives in there. And Synology has a really cool hybrid RAID utility where it's not standard RAID. You can actually have like a really weird disk config, and it does a really good job of actually utilizing all that space. So I had those 2 4 terabytes for what would be 3.6 terabytes usable space with a RAID 1, and I popped the 2 1 terabytes in on the side for 5.4 terabytes usable space. But I decided to pull these out because, they're old and they don't add a ton of capacity. I mean, they do, but I don't need them. And they're just going to raise the probability of the entire array failing, and I don't really want that, so I pulled them out. I think that's basically it for this room. This is a router my older brother bought for his apartment, but he doesn't need it anymore because he graduated college and he's living in California now. So I might sell this on the internet for him. I haven't even really looked at it. It's a dual band of some sort. It's a modem, so it's got the coax in the back and everything. But I'll probably sell it. I think it's worth $50 maybe. So yeah, there's that. I got a box of cables and stuff. A lot of HDMI's, display ports, a ton of Ethernet cables. Of course, I'm a computer networking nerd, so I have a lot of that stuff naturally. There's little parts, stuff down here like screwdrivers and batteries and things. So that's it for my room. I think the last thing I'll do is kind of just explain this little setup over here. And that's pretty much it. So I have all this stuff here. I bought this Belkin surge protector a few weeks back for $20. It was an amazing deal because it's got these nice clips to hold everything back, and it's really cool. So happy with that. I have this Raspberry Pi running as a VPN server. When you connect to my game servers, if you're like the one person per week who actually connects to my game servers, you're connecting through this essentially, because my server, as I have explained in previous videos, it's on campus and they have interesting firewall situations, so I can't have it internet accessible into VPN. So that's why that's there. This is a TP-Link router I bought about a year ago. Kind of disappointed with it because it looks nice, the web config looks really cool and everything, but it's not the greatest. It would be if it worked properly. It's a dual band router. It's got gigabit ports. It does a 67 megabit, 5 gigahertz network and a slower 2.4, but 2.4 network is horrible. It just constantly cuts out and the signal quality is trash, and it was also bad in my old apartment, so there's really no way. It's just interference of trying different channels and channel widths and all this stuff, so I'm probably returning with I'm probably returning to TP-Link after about 20 exchanged emails with them. So I hit my max recording time on this phone. I'm sorry. So basically, to fill in the gaps of that horrible 2.4 gigahertz network, I plugged in my old TP-Link router. They're on separate networks, so I was trying to get them to be on the same, basically making this a WAP, but it didn't really work properly. So there's that. And then I got a couple of Raspberry Pis. This one, of course, is a VPN I mentioned, and this one I was going to use for the web development testing. I was basically just going to do the the HTML and CSS and the PHP and the SQL and everything on my computer, and then just upload. Well, I wouldn't do the SQL on my computer, do the SQL on this, but I'd upload basically the script and the code to this to set up. But decided the VM would be way more efficient for that, so I just unplugged it. That's a Raspberry Pi 2.0, as is this one, or 2B rather. That's just a little USB splitter for this. My NAS is power amp. I don't know why it does that. It seems to really like just turning on, even though I basically am not issuing any read-or-write commands to it whatsoever. That's weird. So we got a little 1 terabyte laptop hard drive. Actually, this one's 160 gig. I've been plugging these drives into my NAS and kind of pulling data off them recently, so that's why that's there. But this video is about 11 minutes long so far, so I think I'll leave it off at that. I'm expecting to make more videos soon, so please do stay tuned. I gotta make a video on my monitor I bought almost a year ago now. I gotta review that and a lot of other cool stuff. So, as always, thank you all for watching. I hope this was relatively interesting, and I hope to see you in my future videos.